Hello everyone and welcome to the ARC Trooper Evolution! This is the evolution of Captain Fordo in action figure form, and we will be talking about all of these figures in a little more detail here today! A couple people recommended this video, you know who you are, stay beautiful. So, this will be very interesting. Last time I tried to record this video, the camera didn't want to focus on anything, and then the camera fell at the very end, so I have to redo it all. Let's get started. So the very first Captain Fordo goes to Mwah. Let's take a look at him. So let's adjust the camera a bit. Let's get him up here. And let's get him in focus. So this is the very first ARC Trooper, Captain Fordo, that they sold in action figure form. And it's very good. Very nicely done. Very much like the sculpt of it. It very much captures the look of the old cartoon. And the reason I said that so enthusiastically is because I love that old cartoon with a passion, and just having a plastic interpretation of that cartoon, especially Captain Fordo, just blows my mind. Here, I just gotta put them together just so I can have a little bit of a nerdgasm. So yeah, that is the ARC Trooper Fordo from the old cartoon. Unfortunately, they did not do a blue repaint of it. I really wish they did. But what can you do? He only has 4 points of articulation, though. Ball-jointed head, swivel shoulders, and swivel waist. And he comes with 2 of his guns. So yeah, it's pretty much a statue. But to keep the aesthetic of the cartoon, I have no problem with this. And I'm only missing 1 clone trooper from the cartoon as an action figure, so I'm very much looking forward to getting that at some point. So there is our very first Fordo. Our second Fordo is actually covered. So we'll have to move some of the figures to get to him. Hopefully this will not be a problem. But yeah, this guy. This is the last Fordo I needed to actually do this evolution video, and I'm very happy I got it. I decided to keep it on the card because this is actually a pretty rare figure if you look it up on eBay. And I'm very happy to have it. I've wanted it for years. And it's a pretty crappy mold, I gotta say. I've got the blue version of it very worn out. I got it for free years ago. And looking at the sculpted details of it, it's not bad. Here, let's actually look at the sculpted details on the carded version. So as you can see, it's not bad. They really have a lot of interesting details on the body. I don't really know what those pouches are, and he's got little arm guards on both of his arms, and he's got little straps on his legs, as he should have. Looking at this version a little more so you can see other details. This comes off very easily. The cama has more details on the back. It's just a very weird figure, and it's got like this red mark right there, and it's very yellowed. This figure seems to yellow very easily, so I'm trying to keep him out of sunlight. Articulation then. Swivel at the head, swivel at the waist, ball hinge, swivel, swivel. There you go. Not much. Least favorite figure there, but I still love having it just because I've wanted it for so long, and it's a really good card too. Very nice details and very nice just look to the packaging. I miss that packaging. So the next one has to go to that Fordo right there. This is the Hunt for Grievous Battle Pack Fordo, and it is pretty much a kit bash of the 327th Star Corps Trooper and the regular 2003 Super Articulated Clone Trooper release. I love it. This was my Fordo as a kid. Well, him and the old animated one were my Fordos as a kid. I just love it. Very articulated, ball joint, ball hinge, swivel. No swivel there, which that's a joint that's lacking. Swivel, ball hinge. So very articulated. Comes with 4 accessories. He comes with the removable cama, the removable pauldrons. So what you could do, you could actually remove this stuff. Give him a normal little belt there if you have one, and then you can just make yourself a captain if you don't have it. So I think that's pretty good. And he also comes with 2 of those weird little pistols that they did before the Clone Wars really just kind of defined what the actual pistols the Clone Troopers had were. These, I don't really know what they are. They're kind of like little Nerf things. They look like little Nerf guns. I don't really know. But yeah, that's that Fordo. I'm a very much huge fan of that one. This is my favorite, though. This is the Order 66 Fordo that came with an Obi-Wan Kenobi. I very much like it. The details on it are just absolutely superb. I love the job that good old Hasbro did on. I very much like the look of the helmet. The helmet is just superb. I love that it's a removable helmet, and underneath the removable helmet, you get this. For some reason, it does not want to focus in on this particular figure, and I don't know why. Yeah, this guy's just doing a really good job of fighting me, but the head, as you can see, if you remove the helmet too much, the eyebrows start coming off, so that kind of sucks. But the rest of the details are just superb. I love the look of the helmet, I love the weathering. This is a very interesting pauldron design where it kind of comes down in a tube and it attaches to the arm attachment. Comes with those same pistols and that same really cool gun that this guy comes with, but it's just painted and it looks even cooler and it's out of focus again. There you go. Yeah, my camera is really fighting me today, but I will try to persevere. So yeah, there's my favorite, and he does add a little bit of articulation there with the waist. So that's my favorite. Now, what is the last two? This guy. This guy adds a lot of articulation, actually. This is probably the rarest Fordo here, and probably the one that if you have a lot of Fordos, this is probably the one you're missing. This guy is really, really rare. This whole battle pack is like over $100. Very weird thing that I don't really like. This is my only gripe with it. If you remove the head, put this back on, his neck is really long for some reason, and I don't really like that, but I kind of see why they did it. Because for some reason, if I can find it, they sculpted this real thick. Sorry about that, the phone was ringing, and I had to be right there. Oh, I love the Wonder Pets. So getting this stuff back on, the rest of this figure is really good. Like him, he does have an actual antenna that does the swivel. And he really sucks at holding these guns, but they're really cool guns. And I very much like them. He came with another gun, but it's in storage right now, so I don't really remember where that is. But yeah, very good figure. He does add the point of articulation where he's got this. And he's also got hinges at the wrist, per usual Clone Wars figures. He's got a little attachment right there. Overall, very nice looking. It's mostly a remold of the Captain Rex. I just love it. I love this figure. It's really nice. I'm very happy to be fortunate enough to have it. So, one more nice look at it, if my camera will let me. So, last one, as you've seen over there, is the TVC Fordo. This is everyone's favorite. It's not my favorite, though, just because I'm not a huge fan of this mold for some reason. So yeah, getting in on these guys. You can tell I've lost all patience when I just stop the recording to get into focus. Ooh. So yeah, this is the TVC Fordo. It's using the TVC Clone Trooper mold. It adds the articulation of outward at the hips, which I very much like, but I don't really know if it really works for Clone Troopers. Very nice. I like the fact that he has alternate gear for the Phase 2. I like that he's got Phase 1 armor, and while it's not really accurate to the Phase 1 armor because of the more Phase 2 oriented arm details, it's still really good. I very much like this figure, and removing the helmet is, he's got this weird face. I don't know what's going on here. He looks like a angry pirate man. I don't really know, but yeah. So getting that back on, we will conclude the ARC Trooper evolution video. So this is the evolution of ARC Troopers in action figure form, specifically Captain Fordo. A vast majority of these molds, actually thinking about it, only a couple, have actually been repainted into standard blue ARC Troopers. Standard blue ARC Troopers do not get a lot of love in action figure form, and that very much sucks. I would very much like for Hasbro to change that. So maybe one day they will, but for now, no. So, what's that? We got a wimpy leg there. One more Fordo. And there we go. There is the evolution of ARF Trooper Fordo. ARC Trooper Fordo in action figure form. This has been a very irritating video to film, but what can you do for a Klondike bar? Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, check my Facebook page if you have a chance. Have a good day, guys, and make sure to recommend more. Jeez, I cannot talk. Make sure to recommend more action figure evolution videos in the description below. I've already gotten C-3PO and R2-D2 recommended, and I will be doing that. Have a good day, guys. May the Force be with you. Bye.